Hey y'all, welcome back for another workout. Um, wasn't able to get on the track today, but I was able to do a little bit of sprint drills in a grassy area. So I got a new thing called the activator belt. I think it was developed by Randy Huntington, just to try to help out with mechanics for sprinting and different things. So it definitely felt different. So I'll keep playing with it. I just did a few drills with it, some of the dribbles like foot, ankle, knee, and then did mini hurdles. Just again trying to kind of work on some form and start easy, not go too gung ho for this and getting hurt. And then I did a couple of starts as well. So it's about 15 meters total for the mini hurdles, and also 15 meters for the starts. And so now moving into weights. So I'll do the same routine I did earlier. So pull downs, rows, side raise, and then the kind of single leg ish squat on the belt squat. All right, so that was actually 2 reps more than last time. So pretty good progress from one workout to the next. All right, gonna do the side raises next. All right, I think that was 10. I believe that's 3 more than last time. All right, the Yates rows are up next. Almost 7, 5 last time. Maybe not quite 7, but real close. But I don't think I quite finished that rep. So you can see this type of workout seems to go well for me. I'm able to progress pretty quick on things, and not have too much of a cost for it too. So that's why I do like doing it this way. All right, last up is the single leggish squat. All right, that's it for today. So again, kind of following along some of the things I learned years ago. I was able to I wasn't able to go, but I was able to buy a recorded version of a, I guess, seminar that Val Nasedkin, hope I'm pronouncing that right, and Roman Foman, hope I'm pronouncing that right too, that they did talking about training processes and how to design training, and the mega wave too, some information it gives. And so one of the things they talked about is just kind of biological power, building things so that the body works better, and trying to create a functional state. So the functional state is going to be a little bit different for each person, depending on the sport they're playing, what they're trying to do. But definitely there's some similar characteristics, at least for most sports. Different things to be there pretty much for all sports. The amount you need, that is what will vary from sport to sport. Some might just need a little bit of that area, others might need a lot. Like, neuromuscular, you need a lot of that for sprinting, but for running a marathon, you don't really need that much. There's got to be some there. There is some coordination, etc., but it's not that same impact and quickness and things. Same for like, the endocrine system. You really want that functioning well for sprinting. Again, you need some of that for marathon running, but not the same extent. And then like they kind of define the functional state as basically having all this energy that you can use when it's called upon, and being able to do that as long as it's called upon, but paying very little cost for it. And so I think that's the key. Unfortunately, I do think a lot of times that's the part that's missing. A lot of things will work for people, but it's kind of that overall cost that they're paying for it is the issue. One of the things they mentioned to kind of illustrate that point, they actually said this about they're both from Russia, so they said this about the Russian like kids, juniors, like they do really well, like with some of the long distance events or middle distance events. But then as they get older and move into the professional ranks, they don't do as well. And you see similar a lot of times in America too, that like we'll do better in distance events when it's juniors and under, but once you start getting into that like 18 plus and going to the Olympics and different things, then we don't have the same results. And a lot of it is because the training, it's too intense. And so, I mean, it gives some really quick and really good results, but the compensations that occur, so the cost that comes in, you don't get a lot of the adaptations that you need for that long-term progress. So, the countries that are kind of behind at juniors, they kind of keep moving like this, and the others, they kind of shoot up, but then they level off. And so we want to kind of keep that going up, or at least I do. So that's what I'm trying to work towards. So sorry, that's kind of a long-winded way of saying things, but I'll keep track of these workouts for you. Like I said, this my body tends to respond well to this. For just about everything, I added at least 2 reps. I did one other workout this week. It was very low volume too. But I don't know. Again, it's just something my body responds to well. I'm not saying everybody else will, but it works for me. So I'll keep it up and we'll see kind of how things go. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time.